ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky. Alright, I seen enough, nigga. Where the album at? Don't dumb.
What's up, everybody? It's Joe from Complex. We're in Harlem at Jimmy Jazz
Why
with
they
style
from?
icon, multi-platinum artist, and the creative director of Puma Motorsports. He's back, ASAP Rocky.
Let's do that again. Hey, yo, this thing on? Hey, yo, Complex, what's up? I'm Joe LaPuma, this ASAP Rocky right here, and this is 10 years since we hung out and did some shopping and shit. Catch us, chop it up, and catch up for a little bit, man, you know? ASAP, Harlem.
He's back. Let's go.
Ready, let's do it.
Hey, my nigga certified, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
He good at any hood, nigga.
Rocky, almost 10 years to the day when we shot our first one.
Time flies.
Crazy, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, man.
We are at the historic Jimmy Jazz in Harlem, now part of Snipes. There's a picture of you and the crew when you were young, up the stairs, so much history. Do you remember those days and coming in here, and what were you grabbing back then?
Yeah, I remember like looking for every size 8 fitted because I had a big ass head back there still, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
With big braid. But we used to look for like the two-tone fitted caps. On the way here, I was just talking about it, like Pele's was in the display window.
Yes.
Your favorite sneakers, Bo Jacksons, Uptowns, Air Max 95s, like whatever you wanted, like, yeah.
Fast forward to now, you walk in and you look at the Speed Cats, the popularity of the Speed Cats. What do you think about the parity of brands now in big box retailers like this?
I think it's just the evolution, man. Things evolve and revolve, you know, and things come back around. Some brands are new and they grow fast and rapidly, and some brands kind of have more of a slow growth.
Yeah.
But I think it's beautiful to have that much variety and options. You know, somebody like me, I'm not too particular.
We're shooting this in the dark. I feel like you are particular. You know?
This shit look good though.
Listen, I'm following your lead 10 years in.
Let's get it. Trust and Flacco, bro.
The Speed Cat, I feel like you said, like, even like recently, 2 years ago, you were the underdogs. Now we see it all over the streets. What do you think about that popularity? And like, you wore it even a couple weeks ago in LA.
Absolutely. I love them. It's having its time right now. It's the moment for it, for sure.
I like distressed sneakers. Some people are like, oh, everything has to be pristine. But talk about the inspiration for these from Rutherford, Pennsylvania, when you were 8 or 9. And
wow. It's hilarious. So it's the juxtaposition of living in a place like, you know, New York City, a metropolitan area, and then going into a suburb like Hershey, Pennsylvania, right? I think the kids and the culture over there was slightly different, the way that they lived, the lifestyle. And when they would get shoes or sneakers, whatever it is, they would be embarrassed that it was like clean and fresh. They would want it to look like used and distressed. And I never could understand that concept, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, where I was from, you know, some nights you would go home and kind of toothbrush and brush off the scuffs or scrapes on your sneaker or dirt on your sneaker. And I think shoe polish and shit like that.
Kiwi shoe
White
polish. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, that's what we was on, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh, you can take that part out, but like, you know.
Clean, exactly. We got to talk about this new shoe.
Yeah.
The Mostro Discord.
Yeah, this is the Discord, man. All pun intended. It's kind of crazy. You got a little disc right here. I don't know if y'all could get the light on that. Like, you know, it has a disc and a cord and it spins. You don't even need laces to, you know, do the thing, the mesh, and it just kind of takes and borrows, adopted the Mostro sole with some carbon fiber right here, and, you know, and also with the Mostro, you know, paying homage to the Mostro sole with the OG bottom.
Yeah.
I think it was dope and a dope twist and spin.
Absolutely. And we talked about the Speed Cat like 2 decades ago, how it was so popular, but this is like another one that's archival. The Mostro was a surfing shoe and a track spike fusion, and then you even added another element to it. Yeah.
Wow. That was dope. You did your research.
Well, look, you know, I have to.
You, Joe.
Come on, I have to. Did you ever see this photo from 2001? Madonna in them?
Nah, bro, this is crazy.
So she wore them for like a whole tour in 2001, and it just shows like she was forward. Obviously, she's kind of like a fashion icon, but to see these popping again and so much history, what do you think about like seeing that?
Madonna been that bitch.
Right? We have like some March until September. There's like even some previews of samples, but before you came, I was like asking Puma, when are these dropping? These three, they wouldn't give me a release date, but talk about these crazy 3D versions.
Yeah, so this is a 3D version of the Marshall that we just showed. It's a 3D printed Marshall, and I thought it was fun. I think that what attracted me to this reminds me of like artificial intelligence because it was 3D printed, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I thought that this was like kind of like being trendy and what felt like retro futuristic way, if you may have you, because it's still a monster.
Absolutely. Do you think it's tougher to pull off? How like, do you like a challenge, or this isn't a challenge for you?
Nah, man, because like I said, my taste, it changes. Like,
okay,
there would be no Balenciaga dad shoe if it wasn't for the sake of people liking bulky shoes. There would be no Alexander McQueen, shoe. Those are prime examples of how one day on a Monday you might want to wear a bulky shoe, on a Tuesday more sleek and slender, you know?
Absolutely. I love that you bring up the Balenciagas because you used to call them the Larry Davids. I think you were like, I like the Triple S. I call them the
Larry David.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna get up. We have some more samples.
Oh my God, y'all seeing this?
Talk about what you love about these and like the different design cues that you put into these.
So this is a sneak peek of
Pumas.
I love this. This is currently my favorite shoe. This is a sneak peek. This is what we call the Gabbia. Okay. This is the cage. It's Italian for cage, like Mastro is Italian for monster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is the Gabbia right here. And basically we have, a modular cage that could come off and you could kind of rock this and it looked like a whole nother shoe. Then it got the little right there, just like the Discord. But the sole is a bit different.
Okay.
It feels
like
cool, more
though.
spiky and it feels more fun. Not more fun.
But it's a little too small.
Fuck it, it feels more fun. I said it.
Yeah.
This, like again, is another Mastro. Right now is 101 years of the Harlem Renaissance.
Yes.
And so if you know anything about Harlem and Renaissance, you would know that the Cotton Club is infamous for Harlem and everything too. The most popular genre of music at the time was called so-called jungle music, AKA jazz, you know what I mean? And so this was homage to what people consider jungle music, and everything is a safari kind of related theme to it if you pay close attention. Yeah. And the cage, it's like a caged animal in the zoo, so there you have it.
Okay. Okay, everything ties together.
Yeah, I just threw that in there.
Okay. Yeah. Put it in the brief, And then some more inhales, obviously, coming down the pipe.
Some more inhales. We got these right here. Yep. These are sick, man. I mean, like I said, it has the cheetah on the back, furry, is textured and stuff like that. And yeah, it goes with our jungle music thing.
When you were first on the show, it was very new into like the show. We weren't even sure if we were going to do it consistently. Now we're over 300 episodes, and one thing that I love is that we have artists on the show, and whenever a Jeremy Scott Adidas comes up, a Sexy Red or Yachty, they're like, yeah, because Purple Swag is where I saw Rocky wear that.
Rocky took Jeremy to a different
Rocky
level.
and Jeremy Scott. It comes up all the time. What do you think about like that influence of young artists?
That shit is love.
Yeah.
It's like, it's beautiful, man. Those are all my peers. Those are all my people, so it's beautiful, man. I love that.
And it's funny because we were talking about it, like your first Complex cover. You met Jeremy Scott.
Was nuts.
Crazy. It was, it was the Basquiat Warhol cover. I always tell the story when they bring it up. I was like, that they met on the set of his first Complex cover. You've had a bunch, but just like talk about that time. It's when I met you and when you met Matthew.
That was crazy. Look, you taking me down memory lane right now, man. It was a beautiful time, especially for music, culture, New York City, ASAP. It was beautiful, and I was a real big fanatic of Jeremy Scott's designs, and he had a job with Adidas at the time, and I loved everything he did. I wanted to, meet the dude, and one time I just got a call to kind of do a reenactment of the Basquiat Warhol cover. Came through, Jeremy was chill as fuck.
Yeah.
I might have smoked a joint in his green room and shit.
Yeah.
And then I met you. You was young as hell.
Yeah.
Now I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. Well, I was still old. I was still, yeah, exactly. But yeah.
Nah, like it was fun. We all was just green back then. We was all, you know, we was all new to it, but fresh and just full of just like, you know, what's to come, not knowing, just oblivious. And I love that vulnerability, but like, it was historical nonetheless.
Absolutely.
My first magazine cover.
Love that. That's like an honor for us as well.
Absolutely.
You know, I used to have a manager mentor at Finish Line when I used to work there, and every like cool release or every shoe that he was into, he would buy like a size 11 and a size 9. I'm like, why are you buying 2 sizes? He was like, I gotta save for my son when they grow up, the 9, because you feel like everyone's gonna be a 9 at one point. Are you saving shoes for RZA and Riot?
I am, but I'm selfish. I'm just gonna give them what was in my size. So like, hopefully they fit that size. If they can fit it, they can have it. You know what I mean?
And what's it like to have like your designs on them?
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Shout outs to Puma for making that for my youngest.
That's nice.
Man. It was crazy. It's dope. You know, everybody wanna like see the stuff that they like for children. If they got children, if you're a parent, it's almost like, damn, you know, I got all these brands.
I want my kids to watch One Piece.
You know, my kids to dress the same way, so it's dope when you can make something for the younger. You know, it's cute.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Obviously, your household is responsible for a lot of Puma success. Are you and your lady comparing notes when you're designing?
Nah, we in competition.
Okay, that's right. That was the other thing I was wondering.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, I know.
That's my ace. Like every now and then, we totally don't even talk about what we're doing.
Hey, I'm not really into like celebrity relationships. Like niggas, like, you know, like to idolize them and stuff. But these ones, they seem cool. You know, like they seem like they really like support each other and like, you know.
When it's just separate, like when we in the house, we barely try to talk about work, but every now and then I might see some shit she doing, and if it's fire, I call up Puma and I'm tight about it, like, what's up? We ain't do this for hours, what we do? Nah, it's dope shit, you know?
And it's been very successful. Obviously, her back in the day and her being back now and you guys just pumping out, so.
Yeah, like you said, Puma's having a good one, especially with the Speed Cat.
Yeah.
It's a lovely time, you know?
Absolutely. Well, we talked about everything. Now's the easy part. Browse the shelves, see what you're going to take home.
Yeah, man, we'll see.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, man.
Love, bro. 10 fucking years, we did it, man.
For real, for real.
Yo, Brandon, what's up, bro? Nice to meet you.
Likewise, bro.
Pleasure.
Always.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Thanks for helping us out.
Always.
Yo, so look, I got my eye on about like 3 of these joints. I want to start with like every size and color that you got in these Speed Cats. Please hook a brother up, right? We're gonna get right in all of these. You know what I'm saying, Joe? What color you fucking with?
I feel like I like red.
Right?
I go red. You know, I go red, and I feel like these are popping.
Yeah,
this red colorway,
red,
especially.
It just popping something about that, right?
Absolutely. Nice assortment.
Yeah, man, we gotta donate. We want to donate these. You know, we want to donate these to the PAL.
I like that.
You know, in Harlem. Yeah, Morningside Ave, Manhattan Ave. So.
Love that.
Hold on. How much I owe you? What's the total?
You got 63 pairs, and the total will be 4,866 cents.
Damn.
I pick this one. Okay, whenever you're ready.
I don't know why you saying damn like
you.
Your car.
Shit.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Send the rest to the PAL, please. We're gonna donate the rest there. Thank you.
Good, thank you. Thank
Have
you
a
for
good
shopping
one.
with Jimmy Jazz.
All right, take care. Y'all be good. All right, Complex. See y'all next time. Like I said, in 10 years. Peace, Harlem.
In 10 years.
We out.
Hey, we gonna be waiting at 2035. Good God, man. I like those. I've seen way worse.
So we talked about everything that just happened. So
well, make sure you get all the plugs.
I'm about to plug it. Hold
Okay.
on, I got this. Look, I'm coming for your job.
Uh-oh.
Look, ASAP Rocky here, and I'm here with Joe LaPuma, and we just caught up after 10 years, man. Shout outs to me being the creative director at all the things that I creative direct at, and doing my thing with Puma. You know, them trusting me with my designs and crazy minds and all that. Shout outs to you for catching up with me again after 10 years.
You heard him, 10 years back for the first time. So great to see you, so great to catch up.
My man.
Make sure you check out the new shoes, 3 days away. Select Puma retailers and Puma.com. Make sure you go get them. Thanks again.
W Radio.